the scene for a humorous and surprising first encounter between humans and the larger alien community in the galaxy. The location is Zarnok Station, the biggest alien trading hub in space. This place is like a giant alien mall where hundreds of species gather to trade all sorts of things: technology, food, clothes, weapons, and even pets. But there's one very clear rule that all species follow: don't touch dangerous creatures, especially the ones that growl, ooze slime, or have too many legs. The story kicks off with the recent arrival of humans to the Galactic Union. Humans are newcomers in this vast community, and no one really knows what to expect from them. The aliens are curious but cautious. They've seen humans in meetings and trade deals, but they've never watched them interact with alien wildlife. Until now. The main alien character here is Captain Ralaxar, an insect-like merchant who owns a stall at the market. One of the creatures he has on display is a throg beast, a terrifying alien animal with 10 eyes, sharp teeth, and the ability to spit acid. It's known to be very aggressive and dangerous. Even trained alien handlers don't go near it without armor and shields. Then, everything changes when a young human girl in a pink spacesuit walks right up to the throg beast's cage. She doesn't look scared at all. Instead, she says the creature is cute, and even thinks it just needs some love. This is totally unexpected to the alien crowd. Everyone watches in shock as she pushes her hand into the cage, something no sane being would do. Captain Ralaxar tries to stop her, shouting a warning. He knows the throg beast could easily bite her arm off or melt her with acid. But before anyone can intervene, the girl is already petting it. Then something truly shocking happens. The throg beast doesn't attack. It doesn't hiss, roar, or bite. Instead, it rolls over and starts purring, something no one has ever seen it do before. The market goes completely silent. Aliens freeze in place. Some faint. It's like watching someone hug a volcano and walk away smiling. This moment sets the tone for the rest of the story. Humans do the unthinkable, and monsters love them for it. Captain Ralaxar, in total disbelief, says the line that becomes the theme of the story: they'll pet anything. This part of the story introduces the unique human trait that shocks the galaxy: not strength or technology, but their fearless kindness toward creatures others fear. It's funny, lighthearted, and flips the usual sci-fi idea of humans being the weak newcomers. Instead, their emotional courage becomes their strange, unexpected superpower. The story explores the aftermath of the shocking event at Zarnok Station, where a human girl fearlessly petted a terrifying alien beast and somehow made it purr like a kitten. Now, this strange human behavior has started to spread across the galaxy. The aliens are confused, concerned, and honestly a little scared of what humans are doing next. Word travels fast in the Galactic Union, and soon everyone is talking about the humans. But they're not talking about their ships or weapons or intelligence. They're talking about the weird way humans treat deadly alien creatures like pets. The humans aren't just doing this once or twice, they're doing it all the time. In just a matter of days, humans have already started adopting some of the most dangerous creatures known in the galaxy. The list includes a molegraph lizard that can breathe fire, a Nex panther that can turn invisible and stalk prey, a brainworm, which normally controls minds, but now lives peacefully in a kid's backpack under the name Squishy. Aliens can't believe what's happening. These creatures used to be locked up in cages, feared by entire planets. Now they're being walked on leashes, carried in arms, or tucked into cozy blankets by smiling humans. This behavior becomes such a problem that the Galactic Safety Board calls an emergency meeting. The leader of the board, Councillor Vron, is furious. He shouts about how insane and dangerous this is. From his point of view, humans are not only risking their lives, but putting others in danger too. To the aliens, this isn't bravery, it's madness. But the humans don't see it that way. Their ambassador, a kind and cheerful woman named Sarah, calmly responds with a simple explanation: humans don't judge by looks. To them, just because a creature has sharp teeth or looks scary doesn't mean it's bad. In fact, many humans believe that scary creatures are just misunderstood and might only need kindness, warmth, and maybe a belly rub. Her final line is both funny and meaningful. Sometimes the scariest creatures just need a belly rub. This part of the story deepens the contrast between alien and human thinking. Where aliens see danger, humans see potential friends. While most species use fear and caution, humans use empathy and affection, even when it makes no logical sense. At the same time, Part 2 raises important questions. Why do these creatures respond so well to humans? Are humans immune to fear? Do they have some secret power? Or are they just too bold for their own good? The aliens don't have the answers yet, but they're quickly realizing something that will shape the galaxy's future. Humans are not like anyone else. They break rules, they hug monsters, and somehow it works. The galaxy's curiosity turns into serious investigation after witnessing humans casually pet and bond with extremely dangerous alien creatures. Scientists from all over the Galactic Union decide to study this strange ability. It's no longer just amusing or weird, it's now something the smartest minds want to understand. Alien researchers, confused and fascinated, begin running experiments to find out how and why humans can do what no one else dares. They ask questions like, why don't these deadly beasts attack humans? Is it something humans are doing on purpose? Do humans give off a smell or chemical that calms creatures down? Could it be mind control, some kind of ancient Earth magic, or just dumb luck? One of the lead scientists, Dr. Grob, sets up an experiment involving a human and a creature called the Zark worm. The Zark worm is one of the galaxy's most feared predators. It doesn't show mercy, it doesn't play, it only eats. So the setup is simple: put a human in a room with a Zark worm and see what happens. The aliens are ready to evacuate the building. They expect chaos, but what actually happens surprises them once again. The human doesn't panic. Instead, he kneels down, holds up a treat, and says, "Who's a good boy?" The Zark worm, instead of attacking, licks his hand. Shock ripples through the lab. The test is repeated. Different humans, different creatures, same result. The humans don't show fear. They offer food, use soft voices, and treat the creatures like pets, not predators. And in every case, the monsters respond with affection. They'd wag tails, curl up next to the humans, or even play. The scientists realize they are watching something completely unique in the galaxy. Humans have a natural gift for bonding with dangerous life forms. The idea of dominance or fear that most species use to control wild creatures. Humans ignore it. They lead with trust, love, and belly rubs, and somehow that wins over even the deadliest beasts. Eventually, the experiments stop, not because they fail, but because the results are always the same. The galaxy has its answer. Humans have a superpower, but it's not strength or weapons, it's fearless kindness. And this power is something no alien race can fully understand. It doesn't follow logic, it doesn't follow science, it's just human. Part 3 also marks a turning point in the story. What started as a funny incident at a space station now becomes a serious shift in how aliens see humans. They're no longer just newcomers, they're something entirely different. And the scariest part, humans don't even realize how strange they are. To them, offering a treat and saying, "Who's a good boy," is just normal. The story to its most dramatic and intense moment yet. The aliens have accepted, though still don't fully understand, that humans have a strange ability to bond with terrifying creatures, but no one truly believes this petting power has no limits, until the Apex Beast incident. This part takes place on Ryloth 9, a wild, untamed planet used only for scientific observation. It's home to some of the galaxy's most dangerous creatures, especially the Apex Beast, a predator so powerful that it's been labeled uncontainable. It has destroyed entire hunting squads, ripped through armored tanks, and is feared by even the most advanced species. This beast isn't just dangerous, it's the most feared living thing in the galaxy. So when news spreads that a human exploration group accidentally landed on Ryloth 9, panic hits the Galactic Union. One of the humans, a man named Jake, gets separated from his team and ends up alone, near the Apex Beast's territory. Aliens watching through drones and satellites expect the worst. They assume Jake is already gone, but what they see next leaves every species in complete disbelief. Jake spots the Apex Beast, 10 feet tall, covered in black scales, eyes glowing red, jaws ready to strike. And what does Jake do? He doesn't run. He doesn't scream. He smiles and says, "Easy, big guy, you look like you need a hug." Then he slowly walks up to the monster, extends a hand, and yes, pets it. Silence falls across the control rooms watching the footage. High-ranking commanders, scientists, and even royalty freeze as the unthinkable happens. The apex beast lies down. It purrs. It nuzzles Jake's hand. This moment changes everything. The being that no one could tame has submitted. Not to a stronger creature, not to weapons, but to a human offering warmth and kindness. The incident shocks the galaxy. Entire news networks repeat the footage. Memes of Jake saying, "Who's a good boy?" spread across communication satellites. Some species think it's a trick. Others start calling humans the beast soothers. Jake becomes a legend overnight. He's not a soldier. He's not a scientist. He's just a normal guy with a calm voice and gentle hands, something no alien could have predicted would be so powerful. The aliens begin to rethink everything they thought they knew. For so long they believed strength ruled the galaxy. Now they wonder, what if kindness is a different kind of strength? The apex beast, once locked away as a threat to all life, now follows Jake like a loyal pet. It even gets a name: Snuggles. Part 4 takes the central theme of the story. Humans can bond with anything, and shows it at its strongest. It's the perfect mix of comedy, shock, and heart, proving that the most fearsome things in the galaxy can be tamed, not with chains, but with care. And the galaxy will never look at humans the same way again. Everything changes, not just for humans, but for the entire galaxy. After the shocking incident where a human named Jake calmed and bonded with the terrifying apex beast, the Galactic Union finally realizes something important. Humans are not a threat, but they are powerful. Not because of weapons, not because of war, but because of something much simpler and far more unexpected: compassion. The galaxy, for centuries, has lived by the rule of fear. Dangerous creatures were locked away, avoided, or destroyed. Every species thought strength meant control, and control meant survival. But humans came along and proved that there's another way: connection, trust, and even love, offered freely, even to monsters. Now the aliens start to rethink everything. The Galactic Council holds an emergency meeting, not to punish humans or warn them, but to ask for their help. All across the galaxy there are beasts, creatures, and life forms that no one understands. Some are locked up. Others are kept in fear. But now with humans around, maybe there's hope that even these beings can be reached. So the Council makes an offer. They want to create a new team, led by humans. Their mission? To travel across the stars and help calm, connect with, and understand the creatures that once terrified the galaxy. They name it the Intergalactic Creature Harmony Unit, or as the humans jokingly call it, the Belly Rub Brigade. Jake, the now famous monster whisperer, is chosen as the first ambassador. With his apex beast sidekick Snuggles by his side, he accepts the role with a big smile and a bag of treats. Other humans, young and old, join too. Soldiers, scientists, and even children, all trained not in combat, but in patience and kindness, become galactic heroes. Soon, amazing things begin to happen. A fire-breathing space dragon becomes a therapy animal on a moon colony. A swarm of stinger bugs learns to dance when humans play music. Even the feared void spiders build webs shaped like hearts when humans visit. Aliens are amazed. The very creatures they once called monsters are now gentle companions. And it's all because of humanity's unique way of seeing the world, not as enemies and allies, but as friends waiting to be made. By the end of the story, the galaxy is a softer, stranger, and much more peaceful place. And it all started with one human who reached out a hand and said, "Who's a good boy?" Part 5 brings the whole tale full circle. What began as a funny moment with a little girl petting a beast has grown into a powerful message. Kindness is a strength. Compassion is a power. And humans, they will pet anything, and that just might save the galaxy. The story closes with aliens watching a training video, shaking their heads in wonder. One mutters the now famous words, "Unbelievable, they'll still pet anything." And everyone agrees. Thank the stars they do.